Hey guys, this is Black117 here, and today we'll be going over our DGBA Week 7 battle as we're up against xLuke or BC Luke in Pokemon Showdown. So here, this is going to be an interesting matchup right off the bat since Lukey has a very strong defensive core with capable offensive mons like the Mega Gallade, Hydregion, even the Snorlax can be like offensive if it has curse. So Florges and Celesteela wrote like just based off this team, you could already see almost like his entire squad is just very defensive, with maybe the exception being Gallade. But then again, Gallade could also be built defensive if it wants to. So yeah. Other mons that you could have brought were like Rhydon, Billfish, Necrozma, Rufflet, which is kind of I think that was a meme pick. Sage, and I think Cryogonal, so thankfully he doesn't break Bullfish Rockers since a certain Pokemon actually can like pretty much switch around there for free, so yeah. But anyways, onto our team. We have a Calm Mind Tapu Koko, Rock sitting Gliscor with Taunt, Moltres with Sub-Toxic Flamethrower, Kangaskhan with Power Up Punch, Low Kick, and Turn. Scrafty with the body, well, it doesn't have body slam. Has Drain Punch, knockoff, Super Fang, with Roar just to roar out any possible curses that this Snorlax goes for. So yeah. And lastly, we have this Comfy just to be a much revenge kill anything like the Hydra and the Gallade. So yeah. So going into leads, I felt that if I could lead Coco like against a possible Hydra lead, then I could probably force him out, so and try to see what items he might have or what set he could be. So here I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna leave with Coco as he leads with Gallade. So yeah. So right now there's a lot of mind games turn 1. And here I'm actually debating about like a lot of things right now since of course this Gallade could actually be built to pick up like a Thunderbolt or Dazzling Gleam. So I'm not so sure exactly the right course of action, and I still don't know the full moveset, so I can't switch into Moltres immediately unless like I want to. So yeah. Here I decide, you know what? Like I'm gonna play it safe and assume he may have Poison Jab and just or whatever. But he actually has knockoff, and I'm like, oh, you have that move. Which technically makes sense based off his team structure since he's gonna try to wear me down, so yeah. But he actually catches me on my Gliscor switch in, so I actually kinda thought about using my Z move there, but I kinda wanna save it for a mon like Snorlax, Celesteela, etc. So yeah. I didn't wanna like just reveal it right off the bat, so yeah. But anyways, we have Gliscor on the field now, but I know I pretty much want to try to bait out like a Ice Punch to see if I could like possibly freeze this thing. Well, not freeze, but burn my this Gallade with like Moltres. So hopefully it doesn't freeze me because I know that like I can't even like I can't get like thawed out even with using my own flamethrower. I have to let another fire type use like a fire move or someone with Skull, which of course he doesn't have either. Well, Rotom could have Overheat, but still. Rotom would rather just thunder this thing, and you'd rather just let this thing die, so yeah. But here he reveals Taunt on this Gallade, so it's actually kind of interesting because now it pretty much tells me a lot of his moveset, so yes, he has to have like a fighting move for like Mega Kangaskhan for sure, because why wouldn't he? And he needs some coverage just to hit like the Gliscor, so maybe like Zen or Ice Punch, so yeah. Here I just go for the safe Flamethrower, just to see what this Rotom has for the item. And it has leftovers, so at least we know that's maybe defensive or whatever, somewhat of a pivot option, so as he is somewhat of, as I mentioned, he has Full Switch, so yeah. At this point I'm like, alright, so let's try to get up rocks and see if he has Hidden Paradise. So I want to see what, like, at this point Gliscor, like, like given that I've seen like two of like Blade's movesets, I doubt he has a rock move for Moltres, so I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the Stealth Rocks here as he goes into Celesteela. And it kind of makes sense since this thing is flying, steel, and of course it's gonna avoid any earthquake damage, so yeah. Here I decide to go for the taunt, just to see what this thing wants to do, as he actually wants to go for Leech Seed. I go back to Moltres as he actually goes back into Gallade, which is kind of an interesting play there. So, since like rocks are still up on the field, I could just still go for Flamethrower and just chip the Rotom down even further. As out comes the Florges, and I'm able to chip this thing down. So now we know that this Florges and the Rotom have leftovers. So now it's time to start going for Toxics. So I know like he has possibly Heal Bell, but I have more Toxics than Heal Bell, so hopefully I could be able to win this war against like this Florges. So, as he does have this Heal Bell option, so and he wastes it. So of course he can't break this sub, but Hydra can. So at least we can like take like one move. So and also scout what Hydra has. So he has Dark Pulse, so kind of makes sense for the Lottie. So as I just go for Flamethrower, try to do some chip. As Hydra is actually getting worn down pretty nicely, so at this point, I decide switching out to Scrafty was pretty much a good play, good mid ground there, since at least we could just try to remove items now. I definitely want to remove the item on the Snorlax for sure. If it's like approximately a 50% berry, then he can't recycle that much anymore. And then it could just render it useless. So, as well as probably just going for like Super Fangs just to do 50% on the Florges. So here he goes for Overheat, as doing a lot to himself, both weakening himself like from his special defense or special attack. So as I just go for knockoff, remove the item, and now this Rotom is gonna be like, chipped down really badly. So I go for Super Fang as Gallade just switches in, and I'm doing 50% to this thing now. So this pretty much puts me in a very good spot, because now this Gallade has already been weakened severely. So, and I go into my Moltres as he goes for Ice Punch, and I actually burn this thing, which puts me even a better position now, because this Florges, like, I know Florges has to come out now, so, but we're gonna be able to pressure Florges even more and more. So he actually goes for knockoff, removes my leftovers, and I go for Flamethrower, and I almost killed this Gallade, but it's at 1 HP still. Any of my attacks at this point from any Pokemon could just kill it. Even my, even like Scrafty if it wants to. So, but at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the Roost, try to like recover off of any damage. Here he actually goes to Hydra, as I go for Sub, seeing what he wants to go for. As he goes for U-turn, of course I'm able to take that and have my Sub intact. And I go for the Flamethrower. So I'm just gonna go for a Toxic here, just to wear down this Rotom. As we're pretty much wearing his team down very nicely. So out comes the Supreme Patty, the Snorlax, as pretty much we have to be very careful what the Snorlax can do, because it could start cursing up now. I actually thought about this turn for a bit, and I figured, you know what? I don't want to go in Scrafty just yet. I could go for Toxic here, but I think it's best if I just go for Gliscor, start and just taunt it before it just becomes a problem. However, as you're gonna see, he goes for Belly Drum, and at this point, it's pretty much like, well, crap. He made a very aggressive play, and it just got rewarded. But then again, I think he would have gotten the Belly Drum up no matter what. So, but now I'm pretty much forced to sack my own Gliscor here. And I have to choose between going for like obviously I have to go for Taunt, because like I can't let this thing get up with Recycle, because if it does, as he does have a 50% very unlikely Recycle. Well, it'll be weird if he doesn't have like Recycle though, paired up with Belly Drum. So this thing may be offensive or maybe like tanky on both ends. all the defense and special defense spectrum. So, by the way, I have to go for Titan because the Snorlax I can't let this thing like recycle. So yeah. Now I go into Scrafty, and honestly, at this point, this is actually looking pretty bad. And I'm kind of like thinking, oh crap, how the hell do I beat this thing? And this Snorlax could actually be a problem, like into the late game. So yeah, and to be honest, I'm pretty much like certain that I need to get chip on this thing, and maybe have Kangaskhan like kill it. So, and I'm not so sure whether Scrafty could take it, but very likely it could just die. It would just die. So if it's if it's offensive Snorlax, so yeah. At this point, I just go for the Drain Punch. As for some reason, he actually switches out and goes into Celesteela, and I'm like, what? Well, that was weird. I'm guessing he's trying to preserve the lax for the end game, and I'm like, that's actually kind of weird because this pretty much gives me a chance with my own Kangaskhan to just like and Coco to just attempt to set up before that that Snorlax could even attempt to like do anything. So, and he just revealed to me that this Celesteela has Rocky Helmet, and this Scrafty has one purpose, just to remove that that item. So I go for knockoff. I do get lucky with the Leech Seed miss there, as you'll see. I'm about to go for Super Fang, and I pretty much wear down this Celesteela very much. So, and it's already like at this point like half his entire team, well almost half, but like most of his entire team has been wiped down. So, but I think that Leech Seed miss was huge because as like he could have just easily worn me down with the scrap with like Leech Seed attacks and whatnot. But now like Kangaskhan is basically free to set up, and I'm just gonna go straight into it. So yes, Air Slash, probably for the Scrafty and the Keldeo, so Rose Raid. So here I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the low kick, just to like see if just to see how much damage it does. But he goes for Protect. Here I go for Wish, as he's trying to recover up for damage. And I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna go for Powerful Punch. Just show him what I have here. As he's probably gonna go for the other Leech Seed. But I am back to full, so I could actually just continuously keep going for wishes here. But of course I just go for Low Kick just to see if he's gonna switch out. But like but unfortunately he doesn't, so. But at this point, like, Kangaskhan is in, and it could kill something on his team right now, so as long as I'm very careful with it. So out comes the Rotom, and of course he's gonna take it because it's a very very like small Pokemon, and low kicks based off damage, so that's gonna that's not gonna tickle Rotom at all. So basically I'm just like, you know, I just go for return, and I just get rid of the Rotom right there. So yeah. Now out comes this Gallade, so at this point I'm like, okay, so we've seen all its moves. It has Knockoff, Ice Punch, Taunt, and Close Combat, so I might as well just go into my Comfy. If he tries to like, as he actually reveals like, well, Draining Punch, and I was kind of surprised about that. Instead of having like not Close Combat, but instead of having Close Combat, he has Drain Punch. But this actually works in my favor, as this Gallade actually goes down, and now this Comfy could go in, like, and threaten this Hydreigon always, as well as the Florges. So but again, Celesteela I gotta get rid of Celesteela and Snorlax very soon. So yeah, so at this point it's pretty much about playing around the Celesteela, as he's going to be able to get up Leech Seeds, and I'm just gonna go for Roost here, get some recovery off here. So here he goes into Florges. I go for the Flamethrower, try to respect Celesteela and switch. So here I decide to go to hard into Tapu Koko, since I expect him to go for the Heal Bell, as at this point I could start setting up possible calm minds on his face. So I'm pretty much free to do this. As he goes for the Moonblast, and he doesn't get this Spadef or special attack drop, so out he goes to the Hydreigon, and I actually killed this thing like straight out. So I think this was actually a roll though, whether the kill or not, and I think it was like slightly in his favor to live. So that's kind of unfortunate. So so a little bit of luck going in my favor with the leech seed me to send this, but I think I would have been able to kill the Hydreigon nonetheless. So yeah. But out comes the Snorlax, and here I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it. Try to knock this thing out before it goes for recycle. But it does, and it lives. And I'm like, well, shit. Here I just go for another Thunderbolt, but he actually attacks. And I actually just can knock him out right there, so he doesn't go for another recycle. Since, of course, I still have my Kangaskhan, fairly healthy. And if he ever lets me attack, I think he did that just because, like, he knows that I have Kangaskhan and Moltres, so like, or not Moltres. I think he just wanted to get rid of my Coco. So, but either way, like I think his best play should have been just to keep recycling. But then again, I still have my Scrafty, I still have my Comfy, I still have my Moltres, so I could have, and Kangaskhan most importantly. So, at least I would have a Mon that would just deal with like something in the rest of his team. So, but now we have this Florges on the field, so he could still like stall me out with Celesteela. But of course Moltres at this point wins the game, so I'm just gonna start roosting up and just try to attempt to beat this Florges with Moltres. So at this point I just go into my Moltres and I go for sub, as I know he's not gonna be able to break the sub at all. So I'm just gonna start roosting up, as he's gonna keep I'm just gonna keep subbing, I'm gonna keep roosting, and then eventually I just keep going for toxic. I missed that one, but eventually I'm gonna be able to like stall him out of all of his Moonblasts. So the point here is that either way, I am gonna be able to win this game no matter what, since I still have more toxics than him having like heal bills. So, and he knows this, and he's actually gonna just let himself die, since we all know this how this game's gonna work, or it's gonna end up. So he does, I don't know whether he has like Sinitas or Wish or whatever. So, but either way, like at this point it's pretty much game. So he could drag this out longer by going for heal bell, Wish, and whatnot. But then again, I'd probably just let my own Scrafty die, and then just get into Kang just immediately. Just go for Power Punch and just kill the Florges. And then it's just like Coco, Celesteela. It's Celesteela versus Coco and Moltres, and a possible Kangaskhan. So yeah. So I think that's gonna be game. So GG to Luki, as he right there he actually reveals the metal sound. I'm guessing he was expecting some sort of calm mindset, maybe from Keldeo, but of course I didn't bring it. So anyways, we were able to play very well throughout this game, and Moltres just absolutely dominated this game. So being able to switch in and out, and being able to like put in like the team in its back is really nice. We also had Comfy, who was able to, I guess, take one for the team. Scrafty removing the Rocky Helmet was really huge. Kangaskhan's sequence was really clutch as well, being able to like Power Punch into Celesteela and pretty much threaten most of his team. And Coco just like being able to be lucky as usual and kill the Hydra and the Snorlax was huge as well. So anyways, now we are 7-0, so still at the top of our division. So anyways, I think there's still one person that's undefeated as well, but the thing is we have a higher differential. But it looks like we're gonna be off to a possible Like, I think I have to battle that guy in week 9, but there's one more game I have to get to before I have to battle that person for a possible undefeated battle. So, but anyways, but regarding this game, I believe we played very well. So, but I think Luki played very well as well. So, I think the only I think the only thing I was kind of like did question was the Snorlax. I think with the belly drum, he should have just committed by just go offensive. But then again, I'm not so sure whether that's like the game really comes down to whether that's an offensive Snorlax or that's an offensive like, because even if he let Snorlax go down, like maybe, well, I don't know, because I think Florges, if he lets Snorlax go down, then like Coco and Kangaskhan, Coco and Moltres just become more problematic for him like late game, because like Galade's best is essentially gone, and I still haven't revealed low kick on my Kangaskhan yet, so maybe he saves it. So, but anyways, yeah, a little bit of Diamonding there and there, but I think maybe we'd be able to like we come out of that one on top. So had he not switched out, so. But anyways, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. So I'm gonna end the video since I think it's already like gone a little bit too long. So I'm gonna be continuing the like videos just for like one per battle for now. So just so like you guys get to see a little bit more content and videos are not bunched up together. So I think that's something I heard that some people like decided that or wanted me to do from now. So I do agree. So. Anyways, that'll be it for me. So leave a like, comment, or even dislike, or talk about this game. So anyways, I'll be out here. So see ya.